when Apple reports after the bell, no doubt folks will be focused on the China impact, although, of course, we won't be able to most likely capture just the most recent couple weeks. What else should we be looking for out of Apple?
Good morning, Courtney. Thank you for having me. So there's a lot to unpack this quarter for Apple. You noted the iPhone in China and services, and I think wearables is going to be one of the areas that investors are intently focused on, given the growth in the wearables category. Last year in 2019, we were looking at north of 40% growth in wearables. So I think if we hit a $10 billion number this quarter, that could be something that excites investors. But certainly, again, outside of that, we got iPhone 11, the first full quarter of information on demand there. But investors are already kind of looking past iPhone 11 and looking toward 5G. I know personally I have a 10, and I'm waiting for that 5G phone as well. Services with the launch of Apple TV Plus, arcade, news, et cetera, seeing how that's tracking is going to be important. And then, like you noted, what's happening in China, and more in particular, what Tim Cook is saying about potential impact in this quarter for China demand, as well as what could happen to the supply chain. So a lot to look to today for the report.
And as we look to broader tech sector, obviously things have been really running pretty far with the big names, the momentum players. Apple, of course, one of them, shares up about 100% in 12 months. We saw a big sell-off yesterday, though, with the connection to China, the supply chain there for a lot of these names. What are you expecting? What can you tell investors about the broader tech sector here today?
Yeah, so there's still a lot of these companies are enjoying secular growth. So I would encourage investors not to put too much weight on any one quarter. Look at the company, look at the trajectory they're on, the path they're on. For Amazon, that would be e-commerce, that would be cloud, that would be a burgeoning digital advertising business. For Microsoft, it's cloud and Azure. The rest of their business is still growing at a pretty fantastic clip. So looking at these secular growth stories and evaluating them relative to their valuation, I think is the most important thing, the North Star for investors to keep in mind. These stocks have had major runs, as you've noted, so expectations are fairly high. And I think any pullback we get in these stocks, assuming that the underlying fundamentals and the reasons you own them are still intact, could be buying opportunities for investors.